Hello, you and welcome to my channel. It's a pleasure to have you here. And this is Tom's Kitchen. Today, I would like to share with you how I make this delicious palm nut soup with beef. To start, these are the ingredients that you need. I have tomatoes, tomato paste, garlic, ginger, onions, and with the protein I have cow tongue, which is neatly clean. I remove the outer liner so it looks very neat, and the meat from the shoulder. And with the palm nut, I'm using inkunenu palm soup base. On a plate I have black pepper, fennel seed, and cloves. So I add the red onion and some pepper to it. And this on the plate, I'll add it to my blender and add some water to it and blend it till it is smooth. You are once again welcome to Tom's Kitchen. Kindly follow the page or subscribe to the channel so that whenever I uploaded a new video, you will be notified. So I add the protein to the pot and I add some of the blended ingredients to it. I did not use all. I use 1/3 of it and I set the rest aside. I add the tomato paste. Then some salt for taste. Someone will ask, why am I adding plenty salt? Because when seasoning a protein, you need to add enough salt from the beginning to get a good taste of a soup. Depends on how you season the protein. That will give you a perfect taste for a good soup. Stir it nicely, cover it and bring it to a boil. Do not add any excess water to it. Allow it to cook on its own juice first. So I bring it to a heat and I allow it to steam. After some few minutes, for about 10 minutes, I check on it. I stir it and taste for salt if the salt is enough. If your salt is less like mine, then add some to it and cover it again and allow it to continue steaming. With the palm soup base, I open it and then I heated some water. So I transfer it into a mixing bowl and I add the hot water to it. In Ghana, we mostly buy the palm nut and then cook it and pound it fresh. But this one, you have to buy the base from the shops and then you just mix it with hot water and you are good to go. Let me know at the comment section which one do you prefer? Is it the freshly pound or the palm soup base? So I checked on the protein if it is well steamed, and to know that it is well steamed, there will be oil on the surface like mine. And this means that you can add or pour the palm soup base to your protein. If you noted, I did not pour it at once. I left some in the bowl. That is very important. Then I add the left blended ingredients. The reason why I add it later is whenever you are cooking a palm soup and then you add a fresh grinded ingredient to it, it gives it more flavor. So your soup will be very flavorful. Then I add the white onion and then the fresh tomatoes. Then cover it, and the moment it begins to boil, adjust the lid. It is very important. And now you could see that there is a lot of foam on the surface. This means the soup is not cooked. So later I check on it and it is less, there is less foam on the surface, meaning that the soup is getting cooked. So I remove the tomatoes and I scoop some of the soup to blend the tomatoes. When it gets to this stage, you don't have to add any excess water, because the more water you add to it, the more longer your soup will be on the fire. And I don't want it that way. I allow it to cook for some few minutes, then I check on it again. And as you can see, the soup has reduced to a certain level. And you could see that the surface too, there is no foam on the surface. So meaning that your soup is almost 90% cooked. So I remove the onion and I blend it, add it to the soup. If there is a foam on the surface, that means that your soup is not cooked. That is one sign for those who don't know how it works. But every Ghanaian know of what I'm saying. So after adding the onion, I stir it and I leave it to cook on a very low heat for about 10 minutes. And now the soup is ready to serve. So I turn off the heat and I allow it to sit for about 5 minutes. Then the oil will be on the surface. And because the oil is too plenty, I remove the oil and I set it aside, which I'll be using for a recipe. And that is the palm oil that I've been using for my recipes. So I set it aside, and with this soup, I will be serving it with fufu. I hope you found this video interesting. Then don't forget to click on the liking button. You can also share the recipe, and by doing that, it will save on your phone. Kindly follow the page or subscribe to my channel so that whenever I uploaded a new video, you will be notified. Thank you for always watching my videos, and you are invited. See you in my next video.